top focus story for us this evening. People are spreading myths and lies that land will be taken away if farmers enter into a contract. This is what Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said while addressing farmers today. He's also attacked Mamata Banerjee, saying that Bengal is blocking the central benefits that are being given to the farmers. So this, of course, is the big development that we are tracking for you. On the 30th day of the farmer agitation, Prime Minister Modi has released 18,000 crore rupees as the next installment of the financial benefits under the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi, which is the PM-KISAN scheme. And this, of course, is going to go into the bank accounts of 9 crore farmers. This is the big announcement that was made today. The Prime Minister also interacted virtually with farmers from 6 states, during which he said, and I quote here, "Some parties are pushing political agenda by opposing new farm laws. Some people spreading myths and lies that land will be taken away if farmers enter contract farming." But here's the crucial bit. The BJP has upped the ante against the TMC in West Bengal, accusing the state's ruling party of depriving farmers from receiving financial benefits that have been released by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The Prime Minister said that the government is ready to talk to the farmers as long as the discussions, are based on facts. He's also gone ahead and reiterated that only an Atmanirbhar farmer can lay the foundation for Atmanirbhar Bharat. However, while the Prime Minister says that the government is ready to talk on facts and issues, the Congress has hit back, saying discuss issues in Parliament and not in speeches. First, listen in to what the Prime Minister said.
बंगाल की सरकार अपने राजनीतिक कारणों से उनके राज्य के किसानों को भारत सरकार से पैसा जाने वाला है। राज्य सरकार को एक कौड़ी का खर्चा नहीं है, फिर भी वो पैसे उनको नहीं मिल रहे हैं। कई किसानों ने भारत सरकार को सीधी चिट्ठी लिखी हुई है, उसको भी वो मान्यता नहीं देते हैं। कोई भी राजनीति, लोकतंत्र में राजनीति करने का उनको हक है, हमें इसका विरोध नहीं है, लेकिन निर्दोष किसानों की जिंदगी के साथ न खेलें, उनके भविष्य के साथ खिलवाड़ न करें, उन्हें गुमराह न करें, भ्रमित न करें। साथियों, ये वही लोग हैं जो बरसों तक सत्ता में रहे, जो लोग 30 साल तक बंगाल में राज करते थे। एक ऐसी राजनीतिक विचारधारा को लेकर के बंगाल को कहां से कहां ला करके उन्होंने हालत करके रखी है, सारा देश जानता है। और ममता जी के 15 साल पुराने भाषण सुनोगे तो पता चलेगा कि इस राजनीतिक विचारधारा ने बंगाल को कितना बर्बाद कर दिया था। अब ये कैसे लोग हैं? बंगाल में उनकी पार्टी है, उनका संगठन है, 30 साल सरकार चलाई है, कितने लोग होंगे उनके पास? एक बार भी इन लोगों ने किसानों को ये 2000 रुपया मिलने वाला कार्यक्रम है, बंगाल के अंदर कोई आंदोलन नहीं चलाया। अगर आपके दिल में किसानों के लिए इतना प्यार था, बंगाल में आपकी धरती है, तो आपने बंगाल में किसानों को न्याय दिलाने के लिए प्रधानमंत्री किसान सम्मान योजना के पैसे किसानों को मिले, इसके लिए क्यों आंदोलन नहीं किए?
Why do you think the Prime Minister said what he said?
Prime Minister does not like the fact that there is a government opposed to him in Bengal. He is trying to put his BJP party agenda before the people. So Prime Minister said that to bolster his parties.
His other grouse in his speech was the fact that he also felt that you, the Trinamool Congress, attacked the CPM here, but you hobnob, his words, or at least the Hindi translation of his words, you hobnob with him, with the party in Delhi.
That is nothing wrong. We feel that we have differences with the CPM. We have fought them politically earlier. But that does not mean we cannot be together on issues. Earlier on the CA, Citizenship Amendment Bill, we were together. Now, on the farmers' laws, in opposing them, asking for their withdrawal, we are together. There is no question of politics here. The Congress and CPM are together in Bengal. They are fighting each other in Kerala. In India, political situation differ from state to state. This is not a big political point that Modi has made, not even a very intelligent point.
You've already spoken about what I was trying to ask you next, the fact that the Congress and the CPM are now together in Bengal. So are now going to fight two fronts here, the BJP, a strong challenge from them, and also a strong one from the CPM and the Congress?
Congress and CPM have to get their act together. They are still quite weak organization. Lot of CPM base or voter base has travelled to BJP. I would like them to recover. Politically also, if CPM becomes strong, we shall be happy because it will divide the anti-TMC votes. So either way, it is their game, let them play according to their rules.
So the TMC, they're saying it's their game, let them play according to their rules. Strong responses from the TMC to what the Prime Minister had to say. With camera person GD Shankar, Alok Pandey, NDTV.
किसानों को आप प्रेम करते हैं, आप किसानों को मदद करना चाहते हैं, तो क्यों लाखों की तादाद में किसान आज परेशान होके खुले आसमान की तले शीत की कहर में ये जिंदगी गुजर रहे हैं? इसकी बारे में तो आपको सोचना चाहिए। आपसे ज्यादा दूर नहीं है, 22 किलोमीटर तो दूरी बैठे हैं। आप कच्छ चले जाते हो, आप मध्य प्रदेश किसानों से बात कर सकते हो, लेकिन यहाँ से 22 किलोमीटर दूर में जहाँ खुले आसमान की तले महीनों भर 30 जान गंवाने का बाद भी किसान बैठे हैं। चलो ना, पार्लियामेंट स्पेशल सेशन बुला के खुल्ला चर्चा हो जाए। आपको माइक में कुछ जाके प्रेस मीडिया को कुछ बोलने का जरूरत नहीं होगा, ना हमें कुछ प्रेस मीडिया को बोलने का जरूरत होगा। अगर सब कुछ ठीक है, हम गुमराह करते हैं, तुम सही करते हो, तो तुम भागते हो क्यों? सदन में चर्चा कराओ, भागते हो क्यों? सदन में जब हम चर्चा चाहते थे तब आप सदन बंद करके भागे क्यों? सदन खुलने का कोशिश क्यों नहीं होते?
All right, let's get you a quick update. Those are pictures that are coming in from Uttarakhand. Protesters are agitating against the new farm laws. They, as you can see in those visuals, are running a tractor over a police barricade. These visuals, according to ANI, are coming from Bajpur in the Udham Singh Nagar district in Uttarakhand. So dramatic pictures there coming in of a police barricade that is being run over by a tractor. These are protesters who are agitating against the new farm laws. Remember, the protests have proliferated to different parts of the country, not just on the periphery of Delhi and Delhi's borders. But these are pictures that we are getting to you from Uttarakhand. This is Udham Singh Nagar in the Bajpur district of Uttarakhand, where dramatic pictures are coming in of protesters trying to run over a police barricade with a tractor. Let's just listen in to that. So clearly the protests continue in different parts of the country. Those are, like I said, pictures coming in from Uttarakhand at the moment. But let's just go across to our guests at the moment. We have Mamata Banerjee, political analyst and TMC supporter, joining us on the broadcast. Chandrakumar Bose, former Vice President and senior leader of the BJP in West Bengal, also joining us. Mr. Bose, a quick reaction to those pictures that we're seeing on our screens at the moment as well. While, of course, the Prime Minister and the entire top brass of the BJP, including, ministers in the government, have tried to reach out to farmers across the country, there are protests that still continue. Somewhere there is a feeling that the communication on the farm laws so far hasn't been able to cut ice.
I think the NDA government, under the leadership of Narendra Modi ji, is taking all initiatives to talk directly to the farmers. They have certain grievances, no doubt, but we need to also get an opportunity to explain the merits of the new farm laws. Somehow I think we were not given that opportunity, and this movement started, and there are a lot of political parties who are inciting the farmers to, do this movement and walk on the streets. Now, we are willing to talk and the Prime Minister himself has, sent a message to the farmers that let us talk, sit down and discuss.
Right.
Because I think the matter can only be resolved with a dialogue. We must have a proper dialogue and discussion with the farmers, and we must explain the merits of the new laws. Otherwise, there is misunderstanding, yes, but I think we need to reach out to the farmers, and there are these political parties and activists who are trying to curtail the effort of the central government to reach out and talk to the farmers.
Two quick questions.
This is most unfortunate.
Right. Two quick questions, and I'd like your reaction on that before I bring in Anirban Banerjee into the conversation. One, of course, is does the government now, I mean, looking at some of these pictures that we're putting out on our screens, whether it is of the protest that is happening, around Delhi's borders, or those very dramatic pictures that we're getting from Uttarakhand at the moment, is there a feeling within the government perhaps that these talks should have happened before the farm laws were enacted? And second point, when you say that these are politically motivated protests, do you believe perhaps more political consensus should have been built, more debates in Parliament, or sending to a standing committee to satisfy the opposition before passing these bills?
I think the central government is always open to discussion. It is unfortunate that due to COVID, the Parliament sessions could not be held. But I don't think the government is at all averse to having a discussion with the opposition, with all political parties, and reach a consensus. This is a wrong conception that the government is trying to thrust a new law on the farmers and the nation. This is not correct at all. I think we are open to discussion. We are open to criticism as well. But the point is, these farm laws have been done for the benefit of the farmers and the nation. That needs to be understood. And again, I would like to reiterate, discussions can always be held. But you don't need to get, a violent protest against the farm laws. It can be resolved over discussions.
Anirban Banerjee, do you want to respond to that?
Yeah, sure. I would just say that just a moment, let us change that. Kolkata, the capital, it's bought for more than a month by protest. Some laws, the West Bengal government, PMC. Exactly what the BJP spokesperson, Mr. Chandra Bose, they're anyway so manufacturing lies and us against the law.
All right.
In various states.
Anirban Banerjee, I'm afraid we have a bit of an audio glitch with you. We're going to try and fix that audio glitch and come back to you. Meanwhile, Mr. Bose, do you want to, just address that question on if the government had reached out? We know that there is a massive outreach program as far as the government of India is concerned. Top leadership of the BJP as well as the government ministers are, interacting with farmers, engaging with farmers. In hindsight, do you believe that this perhaps would have benefited the government had it happened before the farm laws were enacted?
Well, you see, the government has never said that they are not willing to discuss. It is open to that idea. And, you see, if this could have happened, this movement wouldn't have started. We cannot, work on, some kind of, hypothesis. But I feel the way we stand today, I believe in pragmatism. The way the situation is today, I think discussions are being conducted with the farmers, but we don't want, what is harmful for the discussion is political misguidance and incitement that certain opposition parties are indulging in. Does not really help the farmers at all.
Anirban Banerjee, do you want to respond to this? This has been a constant criticism of the government that these are politically motivated protests, whether it's the protests that are happening at Delhi's borders or happening anywhere else in the country.
Well, even if that's true, what's wrong with being politically motivated? I mean, we infer the term politics as if only the political parties have a monopoly on politics. No, anything related with our life, our livelihood is politics. When the BJP can do only what they do is think and act according to the directions of Adanis and Ambanis, what is wrong if the farmers are actually demanding for their livelihood, and even if that is termed politics, what's wrong? Everything in this country is politics.
Okay.
Everything connected with life and livelihood of farmers.
If you're
of
saying
laborers,
everything is political, I want to also ask you, Mamata Banerjee, to respond very directly to what the Prime Minister said today, accusing the West Bengal government of blocking aid and funds intended for farmers in West Bengal. It's a very serious charge that's been made by none other than the Prime Minister in his address today.
Well, in reality, whatever the Prime Minister says carries very, very less importance nowadays, because 90% of whatever he says are nothing but blatant lies. On the first hand, if we are speaking about blocking funds, we must ask the Prime Minister what is stopping the Union government from releasing the 53,000 crores rupees that the West Bengal state government is supposed to receive. That is the rightful amount that we are supposed to receive, not something they are going to donate to us. I mean, there's no money called union government money.
But you're being accused of blocking those funds. There's a difference.
The real blocking is being done by the union government. That is a fact. That is a data. And I am depending upon what the finance minister of the union government has said. I don't want to depend upon what the Prime Minister says through one of his speeches, because anyway, his speeches are manufactured, they're fabricated and they're scripted.
Okay.
And he's never even.
I'll give Chandra Bose, the right to respond here, because what essentially the TMC is alleging, as far as the Prime Minister's comment on blocking of funds is concerned, that it's all manufactured lies.
Well, if you see the statistics, it is not only farm laws. Any good development plans that the centre has for the state of West Bengal are being blocked. If you see this national health scheme, for the first time in the history of India, the Ayushman Bharat scheme has been blocked in West Bengal. You are not allowed to, offer the scheme to people who live in West Bengal. So it is a discrimination, constant blocking of any central scheme which directly benefits the people of West Bengal are being blocked. I mean, the thing is, we are all political activists. We work for the welfare of the people.
Yes.
How can you block a welfare scheme for farmers, Ayushman Bharat, which is a national health scheme? How can you block it? I mean, then you are not working for the welfare of the people of West Bengal.
All right. Well, it's an interesting conversation, one that we will continue to have. Political temperatures, of course, soaring as far as West Bengal politics is concerned. Meanwhile, the farmer agitation has entered its 30th straight day. For how long really will this continue, and will the government really be able to end this deadlock with the protesting farmers or not? That's the big question.